And welcome to the U. Our reviews will kill you. The first podcast to volunteer to be the new Batman. I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Newman. That's better than Batman. Batman's a bitch.
So the three of us here have volunteered to be the new Batman, but you should know who they are. It is the seventh bearded wonder of the world, Scott Keebler.
I'm moving up in the world. Earlier I was the 8th. Now I'm the 7th.
I thought you
Because
killed
I
someone.
killed him.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm working my way up.
38s and
38 special. Glock to his noggin and his face. I'm so gangster.
so gang.
I'm like the most gangster white guy out there.
And then there's that other guy, the noob.
Bustin'.
Look, I'm a closeted racist, and I'm sexist and selfish, and I dragged us all into my sexist, racist, bad things because I'm stupid.
And I like blowjobs.
Love giving blowjobs.
There we go.
So what's on the docket today there, noob?
Definitely not more of those Kahlua shots. So we have some Batman news. We have an official release year and preferably release month of The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. 2021, maybe. Who knows? Then there's a mystery game announcement. It's big news, so I'm going to keep it a mystery. That's a tease. Then Resident Evil. We just reviewed the game. Now there's a new Netflix show without Mila Jovovich. And it's probably going to be better, hopefully. It could be really good if they do it right, so that's nice. Then we got some reviews of movies that are old, but we watched anyway. Hunter Killer, Gerard Butler's always fun. Goosebumps 2, sure.
Why?
What?
Hellfest, that was actually not bad. And then the best review of them all, what I played all week with 3 men touching Keyblades, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Just you and 2 other guys in the basement
Keyblades.
playing with each other's
Getting
Keyblades.
sweaty, playing with Keyblades,
Found
Tip
those
to tip.
with Dauber and Gooby.
Found those keyholes there.
Oh, I found all the keyholes.
Were you shrimping?
What's shrimping?
You should look it up. You'll love it. I think you'll be into it.
How about felching?
It's disgusting. But you should try it.
Is felching a thing too?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
felching's
yeah.
definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Is that like fart burping or fart belt? No.
No,
Felping?
no,
No. Felching? That sounds weird.
no,
Does it have to do with crab dip?
no.
I want crab dip.
Good news!
Friends, I have good news for you today.
Is this good news or bad news?
Good news, bad news situation?
Good news, bad news.
Yeah. Batman, the Batman, that the title could change though, according to Matt Reeves, is set for 2021 release. The stars are yet to be determined because that means
This is an outrage!
that no longer do we have Batfleck, and it is a sad time.
Batfleck, who is seduced into playing Batman by saying that he could write and direct his own Batman movie, has been given the shaft.
Does he
is-
give him the shaft or did he leave on his own? I heard he left on his own.
I think he left on his own.
I don't know. But if you look at the kind of like nonsense they put him through, where they fired the guy who, convinced him to even do the Batman
In the first place.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I get a different take on this." And then in the Justice League, he was supposed to have a different arc, and they got rid of that arc. So he's like,
So he's been getting yanked around a lot then. That's
they've been
unfortunate.
yanking that Ben Affleck crank a little bit.
He's been getting yanked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he wanted to do a movie a certain way, and they were like, nah, we're good. We want you to do it this way. And then he's like, nope, I'm good.
Well, I think that's what happened, is that he wanted to write and direct his own movie. He was coming off of Argo.
It's like, listen, Batman is going to be in Boston. They're
And
going
he's
to
got
rob
to
him.
talk like this. He's got to go pack his Batcad.
Then we're going to hire Jeremy
Yes.
Renner as Robin.
Got a
I
back
gotta
cave.
go. I gotta go back to the Batcave and pack my cab back in the
Wow,
garage.
that's offensive to all our Boston listeners.
Matt Damon's going to play Jim
I've
Gordon.
been in Boston. I know what it's like.
So what does this mean for the DC universe then? Because Cavill's gone, Batfleck's gone. They're still
Cavill's
doing-
not
Cavill's gone.
officially
They're still doing
gone.
Wonder
And
Woman.
that Superman is a wank.
Wonder Woman's
He's gonna
going
go
on.
pack his
They're
cat,
talking
too.
about Wonder Woman 3 already.
Yeah, they are. I don't know why.
So Wonder Woman 2 is going to be, you know,
Better be good.
1980, and then Wonder Woman 3 is going to be present times, apparently.
Yeah.
They just did Aquaman, which made $1 billion, even though it was a piece of shit movie.
Fantastic.
And then Flash, which
It's been
is
shelved.
That's
completely
never
shelved.
never
It's
coming
shelved.
out.
It's never
And
coming out.
What about Cyborg?
Also
don't-
never coming
Yeah.
out.
Also shelved.
Yes.
For now.
For now.
Shazam though.
Shazam!
Shazam's gonna be fun.
That's going to be
Shazam's-
a mixed bag.
He's
it's tough.
but he's part of the Justice League much deeper. But he's also in a Justice League world where there's a couple hundred members, not just the original 5.
Very true, but it does still, from my understanding and from what the director's saying, hold true to Zack Snyder's vision of the DCEU.
I don't know if they. I mean, they could have taken the last 20 seconds of that Justice League movie and had a great second movie, but instead they screwed it up.
Instead, they let Joss Whedon touch it.
Purple
with his
tentacles.
disgusting, filthy fingers.
And the worst villain of all time.
Yeah. I would have rather a crocodile Steppenwolf than the Steppenwolf we were given.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And I also would have rather, apparently, according to Kevin Smith, right? That's he
The
does
guy who almost died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the blog director guy,
Yeah.
and
Silent Bob.
he has like 5,000 podcasts. One of them is like,
Fat Man
One of them-
podcast.
Yes.
I think it's called the Fat Man
Does
Beyond.
Movies.
He was
Fat Man Beyond.
he was reporting the 3 Justice League arc trilogy that he supposedly got from people who worked with Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Why can't that dude just stick down to one podcast like us?
Yeah, why just
you gotta
skip
take
to
up all the
podcast to
podcast
podcast?
world?
You got to keep chasing podcasts. Just stick with one.
I mean, come on. You want to do something that do like a fucking podcast network and just put a whole bunch together on one website.
Yeah, or like
Oh,
you
wait.
know, represent one race like the orcs.
ScottWillKillYou.com.
Oh, sweet
you know.
Jesus.
He kind of looks like an orc. He could be. He could be
When
an
he was
orc.
bigger, he was.
What? So now he's too thin.
skinny
Now he's a
orc.
goblin.
Now he's a goblin.
This is about killing goblins.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill him.
Gonna have to slay some goblins.
This is about killing goblins.
This is about slaying goblins.
Why is that goblin wearing a hockey jersey?
Yeah, why is that his go-to? It's like a moo-moo. Scott, why are you going to hockey jerseys
Because-
just like Kevin Smith?
Because when you're fat, you feel more comfortable in a big ass hockey jersey.
In a moo-moo?
This is a guy's moo-moo.
It is a guy's
That's what it
moo-moo.
is.
Wow.
Grown men should not wear hockey jerseys unless you're fat. In which
So-
case, you're
so,
allowed.
so this conversation got
So
off
Matt
topic.
Reeves, who was the director
yeah,
of
that's
the
why.
Plan
That's
of the
why I
Apes
can't
trilogy,
be Batman because that fucking
Be the fat
six-pack
man.
suit would be stretched out.
you'd be just like Ben
I'd
Affleck,
be
and they would just
Fat Man.
paint abs on you, just like they did with him.
No, he was all full of abs, and then they had to do reshoots, and he had a lot of Twinkies in between.
He had a couple Twinkies. So Matt Reeves, who is the director and writer of the Planet of the Apes trilogy, correct?
The rebooted trilogy, yeah.
Although, did he do the very first movie, the one with
No, he
James
didn't.
Franco?
He did
not.
Dawn and Rise. Or no,
So-
Rise then Dawn.
Whatever
Wait,
they were.
No, hold on. Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Of the Apes.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. War on the Planet. Oh, so he did Dawn and War.
Okay.
Of the Planet of the Apes.
So he missed the middle one?
That's what happened. Dawn or
Rise is the first one. He did
Rise
not
is the
do
first?
Rise.
Okay, so
So
he
then
did
Dawn.
2 of 3.
But wouldn't the Dawn be the beginning of it anyway?
Don't ask
Wouldn't it
This
questions.
is about
Dawn
the
and then
Dawn of
Rise?
Justice?
Don't ask questions.
Dawn of Justice was actually Dawn of Justice was a Justice League movie, cartoon animated that was bringing them together for the first time,
Okay.
Which no one
which
pointed
was
out.
years ago.
And no one actually, when they advertised it, it was not advertised like
Yeah.
that.
No, the Matt Reeves Batman is going to focus on a younger Batman, and he's going to try to focus on him solely being well, not solely, but him being a detective. So I think it's going to be like a
rogues
crime,
gallery.
a crime
Multiple
solving
villains.
Batman.
And NCIS Gotham.
NCIS Gotham.
I mean, it'll be cool.
No,
depending
it
on who they.
It won't be. It's
Matt
over.
Reeves is an okay director, but I think he can get sucked down the rabbit hole.
It's over. They screwed with it too much. They did the Gotham series on what was that, CW or whatever.
Fox,
No,
and
it's
that's
on
Fox.
that's
That's doing the Gotham
decent.
series. they're screwing with it too much.
Bane?
And I think
I can't wait for Bane. I think the episode that I gotta watch tonight is Bane. Is gonna have Bane in it.
Oh my god.
I think
Vader
it's
Bane?
over.
Bane.
Vader Bane. Bane.
Vader Bane.
Why
But
can't you just let it go to bed? Just give up on the series.
I mean, depending on how young they go.
fires blaze! From
Depend-
the ashes, can't you let them rise? I only tried to
sweet
take
Christ.
down Gotham, they just won't let me do it. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I had trouble eating through this mask. I had to take my steaks and blend them up and drink them with a straw. I need to eat through the straw! I like yogurt. Yogurt is my favorite meal. Yogurt is a success! I can't drink beer because the suds come out my nose and get caught in my mouth.
When the podcast has divulged to me having to keep reeling everybody in, that means we've already lost the battle. So I feel like well, that's it, folks. We're good. See you next week. And
Goodbye. Signing off from Noob.
hopefully it was something interesting to talk about. Oh wait, well,
weren't they making my character gay at one point?
what?
What did you say? I can't understand you, Bane.
Did they make my character gay at one point?
Wasn't Bane supposed to be gay?
Why
I don't
would he
think
be
so.
gay?
Yes.
He doesn't
They were
have a
talking
mouth.
about Bane being a gay character.
No, that's strictly
Why?
Which makes
something
it
that you
difficult
invented.
because I can't participate in certain activities with this mask on my face.
Oh, Jesus.
Not
Wow.
Unless you have a very small penis.
Whoa.
Which case
So-
would fit between-
No, wasn't that a thing they were talking about?
No!
Bane was supposed to be gay?
No!
I think so, dude. I remember this a
Where?
while ago, yeah.
When
They were pushing,
You are
they
fake
were pushing
news.
for equality amongst all the villains
No.
and everything else. They were talking about making Bane gay.
No, you are fake news. You are fake news.
Noob. Search gay Bane. and
No.
see.
No, there is
That's definitely Batman porn.
that is definitely not coming up in that search engine. Okay, so Ben Affleck, who I think did a respectable job,
Fantastic
as an
job.
older grizzled Batman, is
Frank
no
Miller-esque.
longer. Yes, Frank
Yeah.
Miller inspired.
Depending on who they cast, they should do Oscar Isaac. Just do a younger, but not that much
Oh wait,
younger.
didn't one of the Jonas Brothers volunteer to do it?
I think, but no one cares about
And
the Jonas Brothers.
Oscar Isaac is too small.
Yeah, that's well.
He's
Tom
like
Hardy was too
5'9".
small for Bane, yet they just made him wear like military boots that were like
Platform
Stilettos.
boots and made
Yeah.
him stand on steps and
Yeah.
stools.
they could make it work.
I can stand strong and tall. The fire, it rises.
Oh, sweet Christ.
So what else is in the news there?
And then we have Resident Evil, the game, the remake of Resident
you
Evil 2
mean
just
the
came
TV
out.
show?
But now they're rebooting the movies. So that's a separate thing. But now Netflix is looking to develop a series of Resident Evil. So that could be fun.
So there's way too much Resident Evil in
There's
our
a
lives.
lot of evil that is residenting in the area.
Residing.
It's a residential evil area.
So it's in the suburbs. It's
Yes.
residential.
Well, the first one, I think it's the
Oh, I was looking
series,
for my Resident Evil music, but I used it last episode when we talked about Resident Evil before.
the game.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Well,
Very. It's who's is they're trying to reboot it as well.
yeah.
So Jonas Roberts from 47 Meters Down and The Strangers Pray at Night, the sequel to The Strangers, which no one watched,
no, it sucked.
is penned to write and direct a sequel not starring Mila Jovovich.
No. I think this is going to be focusing on the Umbrella Corporation, and they're probably going
That's
to
the
adapt.
reboot movie, which may or may not happen. But Netflix and Constantine Films are going to do a TV series on the video game. So kind of like The Walking Dead, but different.
Probably better, yeah, if they do it right.
Better than The Walking Dead?
Well, now Walking Dead's trash.
They'll screw it up.
You're trash.
Thanks.
You're trash.
I thought we were all about selling AMC Premiere, and now you
Oh,
just
yeah.
disrespected us.
We
Hey,
We have a
did not.
sponsorship.
We were not paid to
wait,
speak about
we're selling them now?
selling what? No,
AMC Premiere?
no, I don't know. We were just talking
I
about.
haven't seen a dime.
God, I mean, yeah, of course we haven't seen a dime. You guys wouldn't know anything about that.
yeah. Well,
I know Noob Noob still hasn't seen any money.
like I said,
Never a cent.
Never.
Not 1 cent for Noob Noob.
Nope. I write contracts well.
So Netflix is bringing something new, and hey, we'll see. Let's see what happens. Speaking of which, I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for the Umbrella Corps. No, yes, or wait, Umbrella Universe. No, what do they call that?
Umbrella Corp is the company.
just
I don't
Umbrella.
No. There's a new show coming out on Netflix. What is it called? It's based on a comic book by Gerard Way.
This was not
Umbrella
discussed.
Academy.
Oh, okay. Is that an anime?
No, it's live action with the girl from Juno. The
Oh,
hell's her
Ellen
name?
Page?
Ellen Page is in it, and no one else who's famous that I'm aware of.
What's
Wanted
what's
to say
this
that.
about?
It's called Umbrella Academy, and it is due out very soon on Netflix. It's a Netflix exclusive. It's getting good reviews from the pre-set views, and it's very weird
It's this where they teach you to use umbrellas.
to beat people to death. Yes.
A
I feel
dysfunctional.
like you don't need more than one class on the operation of an umbrella. Like
Oh, it comes out the
step
15th.
1, open umbrella.
Yes.
Step 2, put over your head. Step 3,
Block rain.
stay dry.
Stay dry.
a
So read it.
dysfunctional
Or
family of
an optional
superheroes.
sunblocker.
Shut the fuck up, Scott! A dysfunctional family of superheroes come together
You
to
can
solve
use
the
this
mystery.
tool to keep the sun off your face to prevent sunburn.
Why would you use an
Without
umbrella to
the
keep
use-
sun off of
so
your
you
face?
don't
Are you
have to
that
use
rich
sunblock.
that you pay someone to hold an umbrella for
They
you?
stand next to me and hold the umbrella as I walk down the street.
God, you're such a diva director.
Why am I
Well-
even here? I don't know.
So a dysfunctional family.
Yeah, to solve the mystery of their father's death.
I
The
actually
threat-
have 2 umbrellas. I keep
Motherfucker.
one for rain and one for sun.
I don't believe in umbrellas, so I have none.
You don't. What you have is the spirit that keeps the rain off of you, like a bubble
That's
that
right.
stays above your head.
It's called my chi.
I-
Just repels rain.
I actually don't even bother with that. I have 4 drones that I tie tarp between and hover
hover
over
above
me
you.
at all times.
God, you're such a diva director.
I'm gonna stab you with a used heroin needle.
This is called a tease there, Noob, as we tease the next series that we will be reviewing, which will be Umbrella Academy, written by Gerard Way, who happens to be the lead singer of the band formerly known as My Chemical Romance.
Oh, that's neat.
And it was drawn by Gabrielle Bay, who's a very fantastic artist who draws
Well,
things.
they
It was a
have a
graphic
bunch of-
novel.
They have a bunch of like Robin masks wearing in the pictures, so that looks interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. So
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll watch it at some point.
we'll review that.
But
We're going to review
the
it, guys.
biggest piece of news
Or will we?
is a new game is coming out in 2019, boys.
What?
And it is a Dragon Ball Project Z action RPG game.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Oh, should ban this Dragon Ball Z game!
The
We're not
most
supposed
dramatic
to be talking about things like this! This isn't proper!
the most dramatic and epic telling of the Dragon Ball Z
Most
story.
dramatic.
The most dramatic telling. The biggest news to ever come to OrkU is coming to you shortly from Noob.
All of the Dragon Balls. Where do I want them?
Amazing
All in my mouth.
news from OrkU, featuring Noob.
I'm pretty stoked about
The
it.
most amazing thing you've ever heard. This will make your ears
The most amazing.
cry with excitement. News with Noob.
This is noobism.
What's the name of this game?
Dragon
The
Ball.
most amazing game that shall ever exist.
Dragon Ball Project Z.
Your heart filled with rage as you review the new Dragon Ball Z.
It's Dragon Ball game Project Z.
New.
You should like it.
Are
It's
you
called
talking to me,
Project Z.
Z?
Yes.
I did not authorize. That is a lawsuit. I did not authorize my likeness to be used by this. Not at all.
Suit against Dragon Ball Z for using his likeness without his permission. Copyrighted
Yes.
by OrkU. Argues will kill you.
Yes. Do not use my likeness.
Oh, sorry.
Vegeta, sorry, your likeness is too much like mine. I'm suing. Do not use Project Z. I own that. I also own Planet Z, by the way. Don't use that either. I will sue you. I have the hugest attorneys. I will take you out.
Huge attorneys will take you.
The best. Greatest attorneys.
The greatest attorneys ever.
Sue you.
You trying to do like a Reagan? What?
You are fake news.
I don't know what you were doing there.
Doesn't matter. I'm suing.
Okay.
I'm suing.
Gonna get all the monies.
All the monies will be mine.
All of the monies on.
And then we
Plan C.
will make this podcast the greatest podcast of all time.
Of all time.
Greatest.
Greatest.
Hugest.
Huge.
Huge. It will be huge.
Huge.
Dragon
I
Balls.
kind of wish I had to take a shit right now just so I wouldn't be here.
So what's the next news?
We don't have any more news.
Oh, really?
There's nothing else to say.
What's next?
Wow, that
Other
was
than my
quick.
impending suicide
there
from listening to you. Oh, God damn it.
I'm going to sue Noob Noob for misrepresenting Z.
All of my Dragon Ball fans, please call into the hotline and tell Z to eat a bag of dicks.
So you mean our hotline
Speaking
number?
of the hotline,
866-777-OrkU. 866-777-OrkU. Oh, and we have a message
we
from
do
the hotline?
have a message on our hotline this week. We had a new caller come in, so let's see
really?
what we got.
I wonder what familiar voice this will be.
Hey there, OrkU. This is Jasper.
Jasper.
I was just calling about that noob. When he was in the dungeon, say there, he seems so sexy. I was just thinking,
What the
maybe I could come down in the dungeon. Maybe I could bring a popsicle. Or maybe I could bring a lollipop. See you soon, noob.
Oh, God.
Wow, you have an admirer,
We're
Noob Noob.
finding more and more people that actually like Noob. This is weird. I
That's
was not
strange.
expecting this.
It's not weird. I mean, it fits my age group for Tinder.
Swipe right on that guy, right?
Oh.
Old white men within 50 miles. That's what I do.
Looking
yes.
for that sugar daddy.
Oh, God. I'll be
Whatever
his-
pays the bills, I guess.
I'll be
Whatever-
that sex kitten.
Whatever pays those bills, Noob Noob.
Wow.
Don't
God.
you...
We go to the old men and visit them.
Doesn't Noob Noob have a...
Noob has to do all the work because I can't do much with this mask on my face.
Doesn't Noob Noob have a special set of skills that we discovered?
Yes,
I can
yes.
shit in a kitty
About
litter without
drinking-
really getting messy.
He's
He has
happy to
special
take
set
one.
of
He's
skills?
happy to take one for the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
No, you fucked it up.
I was still on. The,
No, you have
Yeah,
fucked up
I
now.
know.
I'm sure Jasper is
Blowjobs.
all over this.
Blowjobs. I love giving blowjobs.
Jasper is ready for you,
Here you
Noob
go,
Noob.
Jasper. This is for you.
I love giving blowjobs.
So
man.
where are we going now?
I think we might have to make a dance song out of this.
I love giving blowjobs.
So what is next?
We watched some shitty movies. Were these all straight to DVD movies? Why did it? Actually,
so
none of
first
them
of all,
were.
Pretty
let me
much.
state this is listen, folks out there. This is Z speaking to you. I did not review any of these movies. I will not be associated with any of these reviews. I will just say good luck, and God willing, you'll survive these reviews.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. Are we talking about semen first?
Yes, let's talk about semen, shall we?
Definitely in the mood after that message.
God is the world's largest fan of semen. Apparently,
I love semen. I tell you what. You hear about that naval accident? Submarine went down with
I
100
can't
men,
believe
came back with
after
50 couples.
after you went to LA and you saw the result. What is that? What's the polar vortex movie?
Geostorm.
Geostorm. God damn
So-
Geostorm.
Geostorm, which
After
was
Geostorm.
an absolute shit show.
And then you decided, like, hey, you know what? Gerard Butler, former star of 300 in some movie with Jennifer Aniston, that guy's a great actor. I'm going to watch him in a submarine, even though he's, like, Australian and his accent makes no sense.
Never said this, now did I?
Is he... Australian in this movie?
I'm not sure what he is.
What accent does he
honestly.
have?
His regular. He uses his regular voice.
So he's whatever.
That when you first see him, he's out in the brush hunting an elk with a bow and arrow.
In Hunter. So what's the name of this movie?
So
Hunter
it's called
Killer?
Hunter Killer. And yes, it's a crappy movie, but
It involves submarines, so I
but
love it.
I am a sucker for a submarine movie. I can't help it. The Navy submarine movies, I'm a sucker for them. I love them. I thought,
Navy. I thought you loved Russian submarines too.
well, Russian, the American, the Japanese, all the submarines, I like them all. They're fantastic.
Hunter Killer, which
right, so
was
here-
released in 2018.
It just hopped up onto Amazon Prime. You can rent it now on Amazon Prime. That's
Okay.
where I just found it.
Is it new to Amazon Prime?
It's new to Amazon Prime, correct.
So, okay, you're offering some value
Yes.
to the people
It's
out
new
there.
to Amazon Prime. Look, here's the deal. Hunt for Red October is probably still my favorite movie of all time. Down
All
Periscope is a funny movie about submarines I enjoyed. Crimson Tide is a fantastic classic. I'm a sucker for these stupid movies.
Okay, so I'm a dick because Gerard Butler is Scottish, and
There you
that is
go.
part of my heritage. So
Oh, you dick.
I must apologize, Gerard Butler. You are the man. You are Scottish, and you have a big swinging Johnson.
The audience seemed to like it, 79%.
It was a fun movie. You know what?
The audience seemed to really like
The audience
it.
loves it. 79%, 37% from the critics, which it's going to get that from the critics, and I understand
That's
that.
because they hate Gerard Butler because he messed with Jennifer Aniston.
Geostorm was also a piece of shit.
Yeah, but if he messed with Jennifer Aniston, that's
Yeah.
you can't
But
do that.
I did. You know what? There were times I was screaming at the TV. You know, it's submarines don't move that way. They sped things
You
up.
mean they don't jump back and forth?
They did speed things up for excitement, which is true. But they also did some other real things, like they built a soundstage, the submarine, they built a soundstage that actually tilted to 35 degrees. So when they were diving and rising,
Really?
all the actors actually had to tilt realistically. This wasn't like Star Trek,
Where they just shake the camera?
shaking the camera. No, they
Okay.
built a soundstage that tilted. They got that right. They didn't get some of the movements of the sub itself right, which it's not going to because it's slower, it's more tense. Red October will show you that. But it wasn't just a submarine movie. It was a clandestine.
Heartwarming.
It was a couple SEALs or whatever had to go in to Russia and do some shit. It went back and forth.
Okay, it wasn't just based in the submarine.
Yeah, it wasn't just based in the submarine.
Okay.
It actually was pretty good at keeping the action flowing and, keeping your interest as it went along.
And it's on Amazon Prime. So
And it's on
worth a
Amazon
watch.
Prime. So you can rent or buy on Amazon Prime.
Here's a nice positive review. It's nice to spend a couple hours in a fictional world where we don't have to worry about the American president doing something ridiculously idiotic and evil. It plays like a nostalgic fairy tale.
What's the critic consensus? What do they say about
Oh, that means I gotta scroll back up here. Piece of shit. Okay. Much like the submarine in its story, Hunter Killer cruises the murky action depths, following a perfunctory course into territory that's been charted many times before.
it? It's been sharded.
Charted.
You having
Sharded?
troubles with sharding?
It got sharded all over.
Did you shart this review?
Gerard Butler.
There are some
Shard
things.
it.
There are some things where it's like, why would you do that? These shit happen for reasons. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, and you were talking about Gary Oldman is in this movie.
Yeah, Gary
shockingly
Oldman's
enough.
in it. I had no idea. Well, he shaved, and the last couple times I've seen Gary Oldman, he had a beard, that scruffy one, and he's fully shaved in this one. And afterwards,
And he
I'm
buzzed
looking
his
through, I was
head.
like, holy crap! I had to go back and rewatch it. Oh shit, this was Gary Oldman, and he was good in it.
So you're saying that Gary Oldman is the Margot Robbie
I would say yes.
disappearing into
Of
characters.
Disappearing into characters.
Despite what Noob Noob
What
says.
would you say about that, Noob Noob?
He was Sirius Black, so I like him. You don't even.
Oh, is that what
Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
he's Sirius Black in Harry Potter.
okay?
Yeah.
Well, he's very serious.
He is. I mean,
And
he does.
he turns into a pupper.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
good old pupper.
Wow.
He is real good at just disappearing these characters.
Not as good as Christian Bale, but still. yeah.
So
Christian Bale doesn't disappear to characters, but he will put his body through some horrible things in order to get there. Weight loss, weight gain, exercise.
He said he's not going to do that anymore either.
There's
can't.
a
He's
point that
probably
you
too
can't.
old.
It will,
Yeah, because he's gone through some serious craziness. Plus, he just played Dick Cheney in.
That he went through a transformation on that one too.
Yeah, a lot of that was
I'm Dick Cheney.
Prosthetic.
not CGI. Yeah, prosthetics, not CGI.
That was weird. It was weird to see Dick
What the
Cheney.
hell is the name of that movie?
It was weird to see Dick Cheney playing
Vice?
Batman.
Vice. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's called Vice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then we can move on to an even shittier movie, Ghostbumps.
Ghost bumps.
Busted, 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 busted. Goosebumps in the night.
Goosebumps 2: Haunted Halloween, the sequel to Goosebumps from
The
2015.
already shitty movie that you decided to get on DVD, I guess. Did it just release on DVD or Blu-ray?
A couple months ago.
Is this the one with Jack Black, right?
Jack Black was more prominently in the first one. The first one was decent. This one was just like...
Was Jack Black even in this one?
Yeah, he was in there.
Oh, he actually
was-
came back for it.
Dumb enough to show up in this one?
That guy's into self-abuse.
The critic consensus, Goosebumps 2: Haunted Halloween, offers a handful of treats for very young viewers, but compared to the entertaining original, this sequel is a ding-dong to ditch. That's pretty accurate.
So they're saying don't bother.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
The audience score is 43%.
Tomato meter,
and-
47.
Correct. The critics said 47%. It is certified rotten.
Yeah, I mean, the main characters are kind of boring. The overall story, not that special. The effects are great, and the beginning with Slappy, the animated doll from the R.L. Stein books.
What are you talking? Slappy?
What?
What's a
Slappy?
Slappy?
He's
Isn't that what you do when you go home at night?
Yeah, well, I play with Slappy.
So you slap the bacon?
I'd go to the seaman and play with his Slappy.
Slapping the pork.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's
He's
a Slappy?
jerking the
Slappy
McGurkin.
is the doll. He's like an animated evil doll.
It's Noob's sex doll.
Can you... Oh, is that Slappy?
Yeah, that's Slappy.
Slappy's like one of those old ventriloquist-looking
Yeah,
dolls.
but he's animated. He's like actually like alive or possessed or whatever the fuck.
So he's a ventriloquist doll come to life
That has magical powers.
and slaps people with his wooden...
Slappy was the best part
Oh,
of the
that'd
movie.
be painful.
And he was only in the first 5 minutes?
No, he was in the whole thing. He's the villain.
Okay,
Yeah.
Slappy's the villain. All
Yeah,
right.
he's kind of funny in the beginning, and then it just gets. I got bored. I think I fell asleep for like 30 minutes.
Okay, well then...
Riveting
yeah.
review from Noob.
riveting.
No, I would not watch this if I were you.
Wow, Noob doesn't like
Wait.
something?
Hold on. Noob does not like something?
Fake news.
For the first time in all time, Noob does not like something.
As someone who perpetually enjoys everything, it is a shock to hear that
I think
you
that
don't
might be the
enjoy
first time I've actually heard that.
them. I'm shocked
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stunned.
Although one movie I did like that didn't really get great reviews, Hellfest, horror movie that came out in October of 2018.
I didn't even know we were going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Do you have some horror movie music that you'd like to play that's in the background?
way,
that we're
way,
just
to,
like,
way to let me fucking prep for this one.
yeah, you just play
asshole.
any generic horror movie music, and I'm sure you'd be fine because this seemed pretty generic to me.
There you go.
Yes, Black Panther music is. I mean,
a little
Lion
racist,
King
and that's
music
horror.
is perfect for this because Lion King and Black Panther were horror movies.
Yes.
There's also no black people in this.
In what, Hellfest?
Hellfest. I
What a
don't think so.
racist!
Wow.
No, that's racist that they don't have black people.
Are you
Racist movie.
sure? Did you really check?
Justice for Hellfest.
So, like,
you
the
watch
first
it?
victim was
Yeah.
not typically the throwaway token black guy. That's a total horror trope.
Every time.
It's the reason why Get Out.
They even make jokes about that in other ones. The black guys are like, I know what happens here. I'm getting out. Fuck
Yeah,
this.
that's the
Like,
point.
every time. That's a basic
Yeah,
horror
because-
movie plot.
Because it's a dumb horror trope that's been like beat to death.
Yeah, so this was more of an indie release that kind of got released around October, so it didn't have a huge budget. I think it was like $12 million.
Wow. Just to point this out, 34 reviewers reviewed it that were on the
56,
critic
34
size. No, 22. Okay, fine. 56
Yeah, admit you were wrong.
professional reviewers.
Live on this podcast, admit you were wrong.
And then user ratings. There
No,
was
no,
only
no.
668
No,
users
no.
that reviewed this.
There's only 600 people that actually saw this movie.
Yeah. So
I don't even know that I heard that much about it. I don't even know it existed.
This is the first time I'm hearing anything about it.
I
who's
didn't
the star?
either. Nobody really. Amy Forsyth.
Is there a final girl in it?
Sorta. Yeah.
There
Amy
has to be a
Forsyth?
final girl.
Yeah. Amy Forsyth. These are all unknown people except for.
I'm pretty sure Bex Taylor Klaus is not unknown.
She's from the Scream series.
And The Arrow.
A little bit. She was more in Scream than in Arrow, but
Okay.
that's about it. She's the only known
And-
person.
And for Munchin.
What?
Huh?
Oh, she's a lesbian. Yes, I got that.
Oh.
I
should
gotta
call Leslie
spell that
Jones.
out for you.
I could spell Munchin for you.
Munchin.
Munchin.
Oh, God. So the critic consensus is Hellfest might give less demanding horror fans a few decent reasons to scream, but it's neither clever nor frightening enough to leave much of an impression.
So basically, it's the most generic, boring horror movie ever created.
It's not. I liked it, but it wasn't scary.
I loved it.
I always like things.
I loved it.
I loved it.
I
Every
like the
second of it.
concept. So Hellfest is essentially like if anyone knows what Halloween Horror Nights are.
Woo!
Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, where they kind of transform the park into a bunch of.
Imagine if that went bad. So if you were in New Jersey with a bunch of trash.
So basically, it's a trip to New Jersey.
It's a trip.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a really bad trip to New
just
Jersey.
A regular trip to New Jersey.
And there's some
It's a
inventive.
good day in New
There's a
Jersey.
couple of good kills. The
Better
leads
kills
are,
than Velvet Buzzsaw.
No.
You can't be more inventive than art killing you.
Yeah, that was just dumb.
Death
Art.
by art.
Death by
Still
art.
don't know why they
So
called it Velvet
sophisticated.
Buzzsaw. Other than they're like, well, this is cool.
art. We
They just-
art that kills people, darling.
Darling,
It's
I
art
just
that
find
kills people. It's just so,
so
fresh. It's so new. We don't
fresh.
know. You don't know. It's so fresh.
No one even discovered the dead body. She thought that she was
murderous
part of
art,
the
look.
art, and then little children were stepping in the blood and spilling it everywhere. It was part of the art.
Once you are murdered by the art, you become part of the art.
You're
It's
part of the
magical,
art. You're an artist.
darling.
Darling.
So it's not scary, but it's got a couple of good kills. It's
doesn't
entertaining.
have art that kills
It's
people.
entertaining.
It's
It's entertaining.
disappointing.
I found it entertaining.
It's 105 minutes of your life that you want back or don't want back.
Oh no, I watched it again. I watched it twice already.
Why?
You watched it twice?
Yeah.
Why? Are you
Well, after
really
me
that
and the
into
boys
Bex?
were done playing with our Keyblades, we needed something to wind down to, so we put on Hellfest.
So Bex, whatever her name is,
Taylor Klaus.
Klaus. Bex Klaus. Taylor
Yeah.
Klaus.
She's all right.
Was she good?
I mean, she's not the main girl. I like the Amy Forsyth, the main girl. She was cute.
Is she the final girl? No, it's not about cute. It's about was she a good actress? You have to understand and value her for her acting.
For her art, darling.
piece of shit.
You have to appreciate her art.
Do you though?
You have to understand.
I don't know. We didn't watch the movie, and all you're talking.
It's
Oh, she's cute.
It's part of being
They had
an
good
actor.
chemistry. The cast had good chemistry. I liked it. They got along.
The funny thing that I heard about it was that they were all very disappointed that it wasn't. It was supposed to be a
Franchise starter?
franchise that does not seem to be. I don't think there's a lot of.
Well, I don't really know
possibility
how
that
it's going to be a franchise other than like one girl, spoiler alert, surviving for the most part.
Like I said, Final Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what a Final Girl is.
That's what makes sense.
Way to not know anything about horror movie tropes.
No.
God, you're such a loser. So,
But,
what was
I-
the gross? Was it even worth like?
I think it made like triple its budget. I think, I could Google it, but it's not really that important.
We really don't care that much about this
No,
movie.
we
We
don't
don't bother
care.
putting that kind of
We
time
don't care
into
enough.
it.
We need to devote more time.
You know what she what? You know what Amy Forsyth was also in?
Not my pants.
Not at all, because that show would just scare her away.
What?
Yeah, it would take her forever to find it.
She was in oh my God, what is the name of this show?
Aren't you looking at it?
Defiance.
Okay.
She was in that sci-fi show that was pretty popular called
Oh,
Defiance.
yeah.
A couple years back, that ended up getting canceled because it was just too expensive to make. Do you recall that
A couple
one?
sci-fi films.
Do you remember-
There were
it was
a couple
a
sci-fi
TV
ones
show.
that were really good. Remember one on sci-fi called Dark Matter?
Yeah, that one. There's a handful of them that I guess they're just too expensive.
I think that's what it is. But like that one, Dark Matter, a couple more like really good, but just they're too expensive for them to keep making.
Yeah, it's a shame. But,
Really cool concepts, and unfortunately, they all end on the mid-story, so you don't know whatever happens to these characters.
Yeah.
But now we can move on to the top Wagyu beef, so to speak, of the podcast.
Wagyu beef.
The review of Kingdom Hearts 3 by yours truly. If only they could have had. I kept singing a song, hoping it would just show up randomly in this one, but it did not.
I don't recall you ever saying simple and clean.
Oh, it was not simple and clean at all in that basement.
No.
Nothing was simple nor clean.
In a room full of fat men.
Sweaty with wrappers everywhere, soda
Fat
cans.
guys just
with sticky.
pizza boxes.
Although
strewn
to give
about.
people, theater of the mind, Noob is not a fat man.
No, I'm quite delectable.
He's quite
tasty.
I was gonna say tasty. That was not
so
what I was gonna say.
What is Kingdom Hearts?
Fuck if I know. There's
That's
plenty
difficult to explain.
There's plenty of. If you want to go super short with it, it's basically like heaven. Yeah.
Here's the easy answer: is that there was a PlayStation 2 game called Kingdom Hearts, which mixed Final Fantasy characters with original characters and Disney characters. So Donald, Goofy, and Mickey Mouse, and Tarzan, and
any Disney property.
Basically, any Disney property was up for grabs. So they blended all this crap together and made a damn good action RPG type game. And the story was fairly convoluted. Then,
but intriguing.
They did Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, okay, here's the problem, is they made 16,000 other games that are all canon that make the story no one can explain the story. It's impossible. But Kingdom Hearts 2 was also mixed up a bunch of Disney games.
But they have cannons.
Yes, they do have cannons.
This game literally has cannons.
What were some of the things in Kingdom Hearts 2? Mulan. The genie wasn't genie like Aladdin was in it.
Aladdin was in it twice, I think. Dude, I played 40 hours in 3 days of Kingdom Hearts 3. You think I can remember what fucking Kingdom Hearts 2 had?
So now the highly anticipated sequel of Kingdom Hearts 3 is impossible to understand because
15 years later.
Yes, 15 years later. When did the first game come out?
2002, 2005, and then there's a whole bunch of side games, Chain
Like
of Memories,
PSP
358-2, Birth by Sleep, Code It. Then there's a movie that came out.
There was a bunch of nonsense.
All right.
So all of that nonsense convoluted the story even worse. And now the highly anticipated Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. It goes to, 7 different lands? It's Big Hero 6,
8.
Tangled. What do you mean Big Hero?
There's Olympus, Toy Story, Tangled, Frozen. Pirates of the Caribbean.
I've got
Is Jack Sparrow there?
Oh, I've got Jack Sparrow. I've got scurvy in me crawdads.
Shit, why can't I
Give me
remember
some
this?
rum.
My brain is scrambled from so much of it.
Your brain is scrambled for other reasons, not from this game.
I can't remember right now. Big Hero
Toy
6.
Story, you forgot.
Yeah,
said
I
that.
said Toy Story.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You
Yes,
said
I
Big
did.
Hero 6 twice. You didn't say Toy Story.
You did not say Toy Story.
So, what is Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, Jesus.
No one knows. There's no answer to that question. All you know is that there's some kid and his 3 friends.
Is this like-
And they get into a bunch of bullshit
Is
trouble.
this like Disney meets Super Smash Brothers?
No.
Not really, because they try to tie it together with a plot that makes no sense. And Mickey Mouse is in it there, everybody. Oh, Mickey Mouse.
Why does Mickey sound like Herbert?
Mickey doesn't sound like Herbert. Hoo-hoo.
That's a little close there.
Hey there, there's Donald
Monsters
McGuffey.
Inc. Monsters Inc. Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
there's the one you forgot.
Yep.
Monstropolis.
So you played this one, the third one?
He beat it.
Yeah, I
Is
beat
it
it.
any good?
All
It's
the way
fantastic.
through.
And
Yeah.
you beat it in what, 4 hours?
No.
30. Well, we beat the story in 25 hours. Then we kept playing to do the side mission stuff. We beat everything totally like in 35 hours.
Oh, and Winnie the Pooh's in it too.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the
Ratatouille.
How'd you play this game when you had each of your buddies' keys in your hands?
Again, my mouth can do wonders and fit many things, so I had free limbs.
They were round robin. They would take turns.
They were taking turns.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Did
a
it get real
train.
nasty down there?
Oh, it got super nasty.
So
yeah.
there was some nastiness down there
I
too.
love giving blowjobs.
Yeah. I mean, I would expect the Metascore, which is kind of like the Rotten Tomatoes of games, is 86 out of 100.
And what was the user score for Metacritic is 8.3?
Yep.
And what about IGN?
IGN gave it an 8.7.
So basically like a B plus.
Yeah, so
B
the
to B plus.
story it
Garbage.
basically Kingdom Hearts is like Kingdom Hearts 3, you do like 2 hours of story, like actual Kingdom Hearts story. Then there's all the worlds, and the last 5 hours is just rampant nonstop story of finishing everything and the arcs, and then raising also more questions for the sequels to come. So it was
uselessness.
No, the story wraps up really well. They could have used more content though, like overall content, like
More Disney content.
No, like once you beat the game, there's nothing to do.
It's Mickey Mouse.
Like the Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 like had a point to grind. You had to beat Sephiroth. You had to get like the ultimate Keyblade.
You sure
and all
you
that.
didn't find the hidden bosses?
We beat them.
Oh, you sure? Oh, you did?
Yeah. They were fairly
as in
easy.
So you
or as in
literally,
your-
so you 100%ed this game.
100%ed all the side mission content. We didn't collect all the chests and pictures of Disney. or Minute Mouse.
So
What are you doing
if you
here?
didn't collect all the pictures and you guys played it on easy mode, which I'm sure you did, means
Standard
you
mode.
didn't get the right ending.
No, we looked up the final ending as well. That's-
You looked it up because
You
you're
looked it
not
up,
pros.
'cause why would we challenge ourselves?
You're not talking about Z World exclusives.
You know,
You're talking about easy mode here.
Why will we have to do that? See, this is what these generational children
Just
do.
give up.
They just want to sit back and just it'll be fine. Someone else will handle it.
You know, when I was breaking,
Why do I have to do the work when I can just sit back and let
And
somebody
wait
else
for
do
someone
it?
else
And
and
wait
look
for
it up
someone
on
else to do it all
YouTube.
together and still give me credit.
So, you know, when I was breaking, Red Dead Redemption world first, and I'm doing,
And you were-
we're breaking,
and you
live
were-
on our show.
yeah, but I beat
world
Kingdom
first
Hearts
on,
quicker than you beat Red Dead Redemption.
and
That's because he had to ride around that horse for 18 hours.
And
well,
you
this
weren't
is true.
committed enough to take off of work for it.
And what was the other game? God of War, where I, did one of the top players beating God of War.
Again, you didn't take off of work for it. You weren't committed.
Work. What's work? I do this full time.
Oh, of course. You're a
This
podcast connoisseur.
strictly is podcasting world. I just think it's funny that you guys couldn't beat it on the hardest level.
Well, I mean,
And
this
We didn't
is,
want
I mean,
to.
Z, the secret is you and I are getting paid for this. Like I said, Noob still has yet to see a dime.
not one.
I want my
dime.
residual check in the mail, please.
You're not getting any. You signed a
I
contract.
have to fill out my W-9.
Technically, you're a 1099 employee,
Yep.
and since we
You
paid
have
you
to
no
pay
wages,
all your own taxes,
yeah, you pay your own taxes on $0. So,
which means
is
you
this
owe
worth-
$5 million to the IRS.
Yes, you owe $5.
You made
owe,
no money.
Owe our back
Yeah,
taxes.
you owe no money. You were paid no money, but still owe $20,000 in taxes.
Yes,
That's how the IRS works.
because we wrote off everything
Yes.
as expenses.
Yes, I wrote you off as an expense.
Oh, boy.
Him being born as a test tube baby was an IRS expense.
You're a monster.
So what did so
You know what else?
So ticket price?
You know what else I wrote
$60?
off?
60. Oh,
I love giving
well worth
blowjobs.
it. Well worth the $60.
Well worth the $60.
100%, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Was
There's
it as a Kingdom Hearts fan who? So let's divide this into two parts. There's Kingdom Hearts fans who did just Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and now we'll play 3, or the very.
you're
I don't
gonna
know.
need to know the story.
So
They
if you
do a
haven't
valiant
done,
effort of like filling you in, but you're gonna need to watch a summary on YouTube. Just type in Kingdom Hearts story so far, watch a summary for 30 minutes, and that'll give you what you need to know if you haven't played all the other games.
So you have to watch 30 minutes of summary to understand the story
fully. Yeah.
to understand it. And
Like you can kind of get it if you don't, but you'll just be like, sure, yeah.
all right, that sounds very interesting.
But the
I'm
gameplay was fantastic.
okay, gameplay.
Not
is
enough
very good.
Keyblades. They're talking about possibly doing story DLC. That's the first time they've ever done DLC for Kingdom Hearts games, so they might be
Okay.
doing that.
What's that?
Downloadable content where you can pay to add extra layers to the game.
Oh, okay.
So like for an extra 10, like Spider-Man did it for like an extra $10, you could get the.
Well, they did it in 4 separate parts. Yeah,
They're doing 4 extra chapters to the game. The first one started with.
they're all out now.
Black Cat.
Black Cat. Yeah, there was a Fantastic Four one that just released with some new suits. But yeah, they're thinking about doing the first ever DLC for Kingdom Hearts because obviously PS2 didn't have DLC back then.
Correct.
There's not enough Keyblades, so hopefully they add some fucking Keyblades. The worlds, 90% of them were great. Pirates of the Caribbean, fuck that shit. You had to collect 300 crabs, and that made me want to get cancer.
So you
had
got
to
a lot of
run
crabs.
around.
You got way more crabs than that.
Yeah, good thing I started off with 100.
So it wasn't enjoyable being the captain of your own ship?
That's kind of cool. It's mainly like a mini, if you played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it's like a mini Assassin's Creed Black Flag, that level. You
Okay.
can go around, loot treasure, fly to, or sail
Collect
to,
crabs.
yeah, crabs.
Get crabs.
The final,
crabs.
the final bosses.
Do they have enough shampoo for all
Are
those
you
crabs?
spoiling things?
The bosses, no, I'm just saying the bosses are fantastic.
Okay.
They're epic battles. Combat is very fluid.
Noob's epic battle against crabs.
Can we ask? There's one spoiler question I have.
Sure.
Does Sephiroth show up?
Nope. No Final Fantasy characters whatsoever.
Well, that sounds like a kick in the balls.
But it's
No Cloud, no nothing.
no
Tifa.
But no, nothing. But there's some weird. That's a spoiler for the secret ending. There's like a weird thing that's like sort of Final Fantasy-esque with where they're taking the series next.
Well, that sounds absolutely lame.
It's
And
like
there's summons and things
And
like
they're
that.
already
Yeah.
already lining up for the next one.
Yep. Yeah, they're doing their.
Even though
very
this one's
odd-
rating was not that high.
I mean, the users are loving. I mean, I see that's what
I don't-
8.3, and then you scroll down. Look at this: 95, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 90, 90, 95, 100.
They're all fanboys, so you can't count fanboys.
88.
That guy gave it a 0.
This guy is not in English,
and
so that
it's
doesn't count.
not in English.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is overflowing with heart and mostly unconcerned with its head. Fuck you, video gamer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
So all
someone
the
disagree with you?
fanboys- Yeah, someone disagree. So in comparison to the amazing games that were released of last year, like God of War, Red Dead Redemption, this just doesn't seem to be in that same whatever. Not that same level. It's like a step below because the
For
story
RPGs,
blows.
it is.
It fails in comparison.
It fails in comparison because the story is just not coherent enough.
It's nonsense. It's
That's what
chaos.
yes.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Selling like hotcakes in Japan, so
Japan is like the size of
and it's selling a lot here.
like Ohio.
It'll have a 4th game. We might be dead before that happens, but it'll have a 4th game.
We all may be dead or too old to even hold PlayStation controllers.
We'll
Probably.
be fine. The windmills are keeping the planet cooler.
But
Yes, that's what those
anyone
windmills
who has
do.
ever played one Kingdom Hearts game, you should buy it.
What if they played 2?
Then buy it. At least one. If you have any experience with Kingdom
What
Hearts,
if you played
should buy
3?
it. That's the game I'm talking about.
Then you've already bought
no,
it.
isn't there like
Then
7 of
you've
these
already
dogs?
bought
the
it. You've
game,
gone
yeah.
back in time.
Yeah, that's where the story gets convoluted.
buy it
It's
again.
like PSP. Where did it play? PSP and like,
Everything. Literally every. There was a mobile game.
There was a mobile game.
Yeah, a movie, a DS game, 3DS game.
Does Mickey
PSP.
Mouse actually ever do anything in these games?
He leaves.
Huh?
He
Yeah.
actually does something.
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't
leaves.
just leave.
That's something. He leaves.
No, in this game he's
Leaving is doing something.
Time for me to destroy the world.
No, he's in this a lot. Yeah, he's in
Dora
important.
and Goople. Goople and Dora.
Donald and Gooby.
Doubled and doubled. Nopple and gobble. So okay, so it's
that's
not. It's not like one of those like I gotta get it, but it's like
No, you got to get it.
if I'm a fan.
If you're a fan, if you're not, then just move on with your life.
Yeah. So you can't just come in like if you haven't played one of these games in 15 years.
No, you're gonna need a
be like,
refresher.
I have no idea.
You're gonna need a refresher.
Okay, so spend 30 minutes of your life trying to figure out the story, which makes no sense.
And then go into a new game which has a nonsensical storyline that makes no sense.
Yeah.
I-
So does it make more sense than Metal Gear? I believe it does.
yes, yeah. Metal Gear is pretty fucked up.
But it makes more sense. It's not
I
incoherent.
don't know. You're telling us at the same time that not only do you not know what's going on if you don't go back and research, you also don't know what's going on when you're playing the game.
No, I can't spoil it, so I don't know. I can't really go into
It's
it.
chaos.
It's chaos. Ha.
Yeah.
I'm the Lord of Chaos. Ha.
Everything gets answered is pretty much.
Except for new questions. Ha.
Yeah. The Xehanort saga is done, and they just basically.
Who's Xehanort? Ha.
Please.
What's a
leave.
Heartless? Ha.
So let me ask you, what is Kingdom Hearts?
Heaven, essentially.
Oh, it's heaven.
Basically, like, did you ever watch what's the Scarlett Johansson movie?
Nope.
Salt? Did you ever see Salt?
No,
Salt. What the hell is
that
salt?
wasn't Scarlett Johansson.
That was a Scarlett
that's
Johansson.
Angelina
It's Angelina
Jolie.
Jolie.
What's the Scarlett Johansson one where she basically becomes Jesus?
Jesus?
Oh, no, that one.
With
Oh.
Morgan Freeman?
Yeah.
Lucy?
Yeah,
Lucy. I knew it was a one-word thing. You know how she eventually just becomes like omnipresent and just knows everything?
Mickey Mouse is omnipresent.
Kingdom Hearts is that. You unlock Kingdom Hearts, you unlock like all-powerful knowledge, everything. It's just like you're Jesus.
If
That's-
you're Kingdom Hearts, you're Mickey Mouse and you're Jesus.
Yeah.
So
Really, Xehanort was sort of like a Thanos / a Hitler. Not really a Hitler.
No one knows what you're talking
Fittler.
about. Xehanort?
Xehanort, the main antagonist, was
Fittler.
kind of like a
Would be
Thanos.
Not Ansem.
would be Fittler or Hanos?
Hanos sounds better.
Hanos.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that enough from Kingdom Hearts?
I think so.
I can't
I want
go
it
any
more,
further.
but no.
That's
yeah.
enough.
Whoa, I wanted more.
So is that it?
Yeah, I think we're good.
So, if you like what you heard here today, you go over to Instagram and go find us at ork_u. You can go to facebook.com/ourreviewswillkillyou. You can go to YouTube and search Our Reviews Will Kill You and find us that way. If you want to give a call and tell us how interesting this episode really was,
You can call 866-777-OrkU. That's 866-777-OrkU.
sound like that voice is starting to become stressful on you. It's
very stressful.
It's wearing you thin. OrkU is bought you for free thanks to our friends over at ScottWillKillYou.com, including the Doncast and K101. The K stands for kink.
Was there ever a special guest? Did you ever get interviewed?
Huh?
Weren't you supposed to be interviewed?
Yeah, I was on an episode.
Okay, what episode so that we can catch Scott?
Some episode, I don't know. It might be in the thing. I got to go back and research. I don't remember what number
You
episode
have
it
no
was.
idea what you did.
Oh, I don't know what I do day to day.
This is episode
They did
76 of OrkU.
They
We know
did
that.
like I said, they had Scott Church come in.
Oh, wait, I'm
the other
sorry.
week.
This is episode 77.
So they had Scott Church come in one weekend, and he's a world famous photographer who's done Playboy, Penthouse, a couple other adult magazines. And they had another guest the week afterwards who's like a world famous model, this beautiful girl. I can't remember what her name is. Though. So yeah, they got some people coming in to talk to him. So it's interesting if you want to learn.
No, I don't want to learn.
If you're
I don't
curious
want to
and
learn
wanna
anything
learn.
about you and your disgusting, disturbing
Who
sexual
says
life.
anything about me?
Nothing.
There's nothing about me in
Thank
this podcast.
God. No, in that podcast,
In any of them.
should we... I'm just trying to warn the fans. Should they be scared of what they learn about Scott in that podcast?
No.
Thank God.
No, there's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing you learn about me that's scary.
Okay, you just had us a little worried there.
No,
That's
when
all.
I stop by, I make dick jokes the whole time. It's
Okay, that's fine.
fun. You don't learn anything about me. I just make dick jokes.
Perfect. Okay.
That's what I do.
we do the comedy routine we're used to.
That's my job. Anywhere I go, I make dick jokes.
That sounds good then. All right. Well, from all of us here at OrkU to all of you at home. Nope, 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 you're gonna die, die, die.
Nope, 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 you're gonna die, die, die. Nope, 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 you're gonna die, die, die.